Hello friends, welcome to my channel. Let's have a look at an easy problem. Problem 2465, number of distinct averages. In this video, we're going to practice the use of the set data structure, and also we want to do sort. So first, let's read through the problem statement, and then we look at the code. We are given a zero-indexed integer array called nums of even length. So as long as nums is not empty, we must repeatedly do the following. So we find the minimum in the nums and remove it, and we find the maximum and remove it. Then we calculate the average of the two removed numbers. And then our task is to return the number of distinct averages calculated using the above process. In other words, we sum and divided by 2. So here division is float division. So note that when there is a tie for minimum or maximum number, any can be removed. So here are two examples. So let's just look at example 2. So we have 1 and 100. So the average is 100 plus 1 divided by 2, right? Is 50.5. So this is the 1, right? So you can also check here and look at the explanations. So before we look at the code, let's look at the constraints. First, the length of this nums is bounded below by 2 and bounded above by 100. So this 100 actually is a very small number. So the length is even, and the element in the list is non-negative and bounded above by 100. So that's actually the problem statement. So let's look at the code. So because this is a simple problem, we just make some remark. So here is the method, and we're going to use set. This is the data structure or data type, and also we want to use sort. So here, right, so we are computing different averages. So different averages of two numbers. The sum of two numbers actually is equivalent to say that different sum of the two numbers. So in other words, we do not need to take the calculation like a plus b divided by 2. We just need to compute different sums because the denominator are all 2's in the problem. So with that said, actually the problem is very easy. First, we're going to sort the nums, right? So once we sort, so the minimum is in the left and the maximum is in the right. So we just need to iterate, right? So let's call n length of nums. So this is for convenience, right? And then let's make averages. So let's make it a set. And then we just need to iterate n over 2 pairs of the numbers, right? So for I in range n over 2, right? So what we're going to do is that, so we do the sum. Actually, let me introduce a variable just for convenience. Actually, we do not need 2, right? So the sum will be the first element, nums at the front, is nums I, then plus the number at the end, right? n minus 1 minus I. For example, if you think of I equals 0, so this is the first element in the nums after sorting. So nums n minus 1 is the last element, right? That's the smallest and the maximum. So as long as we keep this pattern, so we're always computing the sum of the smallest and the largest. So this way, what we are going to do is that we add this sum to this averages. And then finally, what we need to return is nothing but the length of averages. So that's the one solution format for this problem. So let's do a check first. So this passes the first example. Now let's look at the generic case. Yeah, it passes all the generic cases. So I guess for this problem, that's about it. So for sure, if you want, so you can do this, right? So you can, let's see, here plus s. So let's see, average. So you can, let's still use s. So you can do this. the same thing, right? So if we comment out this one and then do a check and then do this, the same thing. But actually I prefer the former, because we do not need to do this. But maybe it's good to change the name of this set. So here we are using averages, so we can use sum, right? But that's sort of naming conventions. So let's test again. Yeah, so I guess with that said, that's about it for this video. Thank you.